Are we on? Are we there? Yes, we're here. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome along. Hello, Johnny. Sean, how are we? How are we? Welcome to Wales versus England live reaction as we watch the game alongside Amazon Prime. And are frozen. Oh, no. I'm not sure what's going on. I think I'm okay. I don't know. We'll see. How are we? Everybody? Hello, Ben. Welcome in. So, England, well, Wales, England. Let's have a little run through the lineups for this afternoon's game. Final game of the group, is it? So Wales lining up with Wyn Jones, Ryan Ellis, Samson Lee, Jake Ball, captain Alan Wyn Jones, Sean Lewis Hughes, James Botham, and Faletau are the pack. Backs, we've got Lloyd William, Dan Bigger, Josh Adams, Johnny Williams, Nick Tompkins, Rhys Zammit, and Lee Halfpenny. And then for England, sorry, just seeing the players come out of this very dramatic tunnel this afternoon. Very dramatic indeed. Anyway, the England lineup, the pack are, as we hydrate, Mako Vunipola, Jamie George, Carl Sinclair, Maro Itoje, Joe Launchbury, Tom Curry, Sam Underhill, and Billy Vunipola. The backs this afternoon: Ben Youngs, George Ford, Johnny May, Owen Farrell, Henry Slade, Jonathan Joseph, and Elliot Daly. And here come Wales out of their... I tell you what, it's some production, isn't it? Look at that. Flames and red lights and smoke. It's getting very NFL, this international. Rhys Stark, watching it on S4C. Really? Do you speak Welsh? Is it in Welsh? Isn't it in Welsh? I'm sure S4C is in Welsh. But never mind. Rugby's rugby, I suppose. Anywho, let's just take a moment's silence to shush racism. Oh, and we're remembering some people as well. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. So we're remembering Ray Prosser, 1927 to 2020. God rest his soul. Good day, the big. Right, there we go. I think we've done. I think we're on to the national anthems. So the away side first, so we'll have God Save the Queen. Beautiful national anthem. For a beautiful woman. Good day, the big, by the way. Welcome in. Welcome along. How are you? Good to see you. Lovely gesture this morning, wasn't it, from New Zealand for Argentina to lay down a shirt for Maradona. Beautiful sign of respect. That is a great question. Why does it say... let's get out of that mode. Why does it say that? Because I'm really lazy and I copy-paste everything. So you will notice that I didn't even update the scores as we were going. last week. Well, let's get that changed. Well spotted. There we go. That should be fixed now. Don't know. Lazy bones, I suppose. Am I buffering? I'm getting a notification that I'm skipping frames. I think we're back. I don't know. I think we're back. It's saying good connection now, so I think I've solved it. I'll wait for it to catch up a bit. You're getting some lovely images of me though. But yeah, okay. I didn't. Am I back? Welcome back. Fantastic. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. So yeah, if you haven't done so already, drop us a like, will you? It'd be great to get a few likes in the on the video. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed, please do feel free to go ahead and do that. As always, in the description you'll find the Amazon Prime free month link, so you can get Amazon Prime for 1 month absolutely free. What we're saying? Oh, Rob's watching the game on S4C with Welsh commentary. Ugh. Plenty of phlegm in that then. Oh, Roman Poit's refereeing. Lovely. Love this idiot. Good luck, Rob. Rob will be interpreting his own commentary. But we're underway. England to kick us off. The lights look a bit better this week. Last week, no, they still look. It still looks really. Is it me, or does this pitch look really dark? Like, I'm sure. So last week I watched the Wales game after the England game, and there was like a real noticeable difference between the quality on oh dear. Yeah, there was a real noticeable difference in the lighting, in the quality. Not sure why, but it just looks like this particular stadium doesn't have as good a lighting rig, which you would be disappointed with at international level, wouldn't you? Anyway, we're underway, and we've got what we got here. Looks like we've got a knock on from Halfpenny. So not a great start. It's going to be an interesting game, this one. I think this could be. This is going to be the making or breaking of Wales for 2020. I think. Romantic mood lighting, is that what it is? Yeah, I think it's going to be the making or breaking of Wales. It's England, so they're obviously going to be well up for this. You know, if a Welshman can't get out of bed for an England game, then you know they've got no right to pull on the shirt. So coming at us 120%, I don't know. I don't know which way this is going to go. I mean, they're massive underdogs, the Welsh, but yeah. So old Roman doesn't like the way the scrum's setting up, so we're going to reset that, fix that, and we'll have the early free kick. Lovely jubbly. The big old Billy carries up. No, they don't hold many internationals at Parky Scarlets. And to be fair, they are only doing this because the Millennium Stadium is being used as a field hospital for coronavirus at the minute. So, yes, we'll forgive them. But it just feels a bit odd. Even for a Pro 14 club like Scarlets to have sort of lower quality lights. It's quite peculiar. Anyway, what ruggers have we been watching this week? Any good games on? I caught the end of the who was it last night? Newcastle Sale, and apparently the last 40 seconds were the best 40 seconds of the whole game. Interesting to see Newcastle sneak a win there. Yeah, good intent shown by them to start the season, and as a result of that, sets up a phenomenal season. Who's going to go down? Argentina versus New Zealand was a hiding and a half. Yeah, absolutely hiding and a half, and to be expected, really, wasn't it? New Zealand were a little bit scorned and embarrassed by their previous result, and they were obviously gonna come great guns. Oh, was it basically a B team? Was it? Gavalar, hello, Mr. Stout. How are you? Welcome in. Afternoon. So yeah, 3 likes. That's nice. Thank you very much for those. Of course, if you haven't already subbed, that would be lovely too. We are on the road to 300 now. And as that kick doesn't go long enough and just bounces up and forces Halfpenny to kick clear from his own 5. And Young's kick this time is going to comfortably go into the dead ball zone, and will come back for a 22. Yeah, 11 changes from the 23 that beat the Kiwis. Yeah, that's a fair few changes, but did they even need to win to go into the final? Oh, because many starting RG players have contractual obligations in Europe. Oh, surely their club are releasing them to play for their country. I think that'd be wrong not to. But fair enough, I suppose if it's in their contract, it's in their contract. Fair dinkum, I suppose. But was it a game they needed to win? Aren't they already in the final? Or does it put everybody on two wins? I can't remember. Not 2 wins, will it? Because Australia and Argentina drew. It must put them close to the final. Who knows? Anyway, back to this game. As Young's on the halfway line put some absolute snow on it, and Toji knocks it on, but I don't know what he knocked it on off. It wasn't his hands. It looked like it bounced off his head. Now, Argentina or Australia would have to beat each other by over 90 points to win. Oh, is it not a finals competition? I don't follow it that well. I thought you'd have a round robin, and then the top 2 go into a final, a bit like they do for the cricket. Never mind. Educational watching it on S4C. Simul means phase. Oh, it's Kimmel, isn't it? Kimmel means phase. There we go. Every day is a school day, eh, Rob? I like the French refs. So jouer. I've just been watching, actually, before we come on, before we went live, just been watching the Quins Saints game on BT Sport. What a game for handling! Like if you like offloads and sexy hands, That's a game to go and dig out and watch. Man, I always feel like as if I'm forcing Southern Hemisphere rugby chat here. Mate, I'll chat about anything. Like, you want to chat about the weather? We can chat about that if you want. Like, I'm easy. I'm easy. I'll talk about Southern Hemisphere rugby. I'm not as up to date as I could be on Southern Hemisphere rugby, but I do. We would talk about it. Absolutely. Anyway, 8 minutes in, and we have the first opportunity to put some points on the board. Owen Farrell kick, 44 metres out. Lick of the lips. Here he comes. Oh. Pushed it. No good. No good. There we go. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, the penalty was for collapsing the scrum. And Fats on the commentary just saying that Samson Lee got himself too long, and therefore can't keep his traction and keep him upright. Oh, hello, Andrew. Welcome. In Hong Kong, don't have Amazon Prime. How bad are Wales looking? To be fair, not too bad, but it's early doors. It's a lot of kick tennis, to be fair. But yeah, gotta hand it to the Argies though. They kept the All Blacks to only 10 points in the first half, despite the Kiwis having 70+% possession and territory. The Pumas have always been that side that Italy aspire to be. And I just think they're like 2 steps ahead of Italy. They're like, so we always talk about at international level, you know, it's 1 or 2% between sides. Italy are about 5% off the pace of the rest of the international tier 1 teams. Oh, here we go. The try has been scored for Wales. Absolute mess from England. Defensive calamities, and he's just been allowed just to kick the ball down the field and just keep nudging it down. But against the run of play, exactly as the commentary team have just said. So Wales are 5 points to the good. What happened here? So is he going to rule that a charge down or a knock on? I think it's a charge down. But yeah, Slade's gone to kick that through, charged down, and whizzed up the other end. Okay. Oh yeah, Rugby Pass. Rugby Pass is pretty good for rugby, to be fair. I think they've pretty much got everything on it, and it's not cheap, but if you watch a lot of rugby, it's decent. I used to have it, and depending on where you are, requirement of a VPN to thingy you. So they're having a look at this because they don't feel it's a charge down. Yeah, Roman Pot's now saying it looks like a charge. TMO is trying to say this is a knock on, and Roman Pot is quite happy that it's a charge down, and I completely agree with the Frenchman there. And the try is awarded. Yeah, all day long charge down, Rob. Absolutely. Need to subscribe for $19.99 a month. What's that? About 15 quid? Ain't bad, is it, for virtually every rugby game in the world? Oh, they lost the rights for all the Northern Hemisphere competitions. Yeah, I'm not surprised, to be fair. Yeah, they're still debating this, but it's been awarded, and it absolutely is a charge down. But I did think that maybe he put a foot in touch when he kicked it. But anyway, here comes the conversion. Lee Halfpenny gives it a nudge, and it's gone through. Happy days. 7-0 Wales. Who'd have thunk it? No, foot has stayed out of touch as well. That's absolutely fine. It's good. It's good press from Wales. They randomly sent me an email 1 week into the autumn internationals cup, telling me that they got the rights again. Oh, did they? Oh, fair play. I don't know who is showing it other than Rugby Pass in the Southern Hemisphere. Anybody? I don't know. So it looks like I wasn't looking, but something's gone awry off the kickoff, and Wales have got a scrum on the halfway line. England look a little bit shaky, to be honest, at the start of this game. Not great possession. Messy scrum, and Wales will secure that, and we're off and running again. The Roman Pot ball out. Oh, no, it's back in. Leave it there. I'm not sure that's right, but there you go. So 6 likes as well. That's lovely. Thank you for those. It's very kind of you. If you are new round here, do hit that subscribe button as well. And as I say, if you are in a country that can use Amazon Prime, then please feel free to take advantage of our free month with the link in the description. How bad would it be if England, for England to lose this to this struggling Welsh side? Like I say, I think the press have absolutely slaughtered Wales, and they haven't been great. They haven't been the side that we are used to watching, but they're not as bad as people are making out. Like the cries for Pivac out and Alan Wynne-Jones to hang it up and things like that. I don't see it. I think they're just struggling to transition from one coach to another. Oh, and that's a beautiful inside ball for Underwood. And Sinclair now 2 meters out, but that's going to be turned over by the looks of it. Oh, we've just wrestled it back through. That's great. And the try will be scored. Henry Slade. Boom! Try time England. Henry Slade. Great bit of play. Lovely inside ball to open up the Welsh defence for Underwood just to steamroll it down to the 5 metre line. And then some nice, not even all that nice hands to be fair, just a huge overlap allowed England just to waltz in. And I don't think we even really, what we got? We got a 3-on-5, or a 5-on-3, sorry. Yeah, good try though, good try. We'll take that. We've got ourselves a game here. End-to-end stuff, isn't it? 15 minutes, 2 tries. We don't mind that. So what have we got for Owen? He's just outside the 15 channel on the 22. So what's that? About 30 metres. Oh, and he's pulled it. Not like Farrell. Hello, Sam Does Stuff. Welcome. How are you? Not the nicest hands. What is he playing at? I don't know. I think I think we're just so used to him nudging everything that when he does miss a couple of tricky ones, we go, what's going on here? We've been extremely fortunate over the years to have some of the world's best kickers. When does it start? Just in Stockdale. It has begun, my friend. We are in. We're 16 minutes into the game, and I haven't updated the scoreboard, have I? I do apologise. The current score is Wales 7, England 5. Those are the scores on the doors at the minute, and we are 17 minutes in to the game. But welcome along, Justin. Nice to see you. So what we've got going on here? Oh, it's a tangle. That's what are we given here? I have no idea. I looked away again. Never mind. England scrum just outside the 22. There we go. SOS? Are you in need of some assistance? Sam does stuff? Are you on a boat at sea? Sinking? It's with SOS. Or am I like being a boomer? Not that I'm a boomer. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what's SOS, or are you just saying soz? Are you going old school? Wonder who Ian Botham is supporting tonight. Ian Botham? He'll be back in England, won't he? I know there's there's a Botham in the side, isn't there? In the Welsh side. James Botham, yeah. Who knows? Anthony, hello, welcome along. Wales will win. I like your what's the word I'm looking for? Optimism. I'm stranded on a boat, SOS. I surely hope this is probably not the best place to be contacting if you're stranded on a boat. Try the Coast Guard or the RNLI, wherever you are. Yeah, James Botham. Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't realise they were actually related. Oh, in which case, there'll be that little rivalry, won't there? My granddad was Welsh, and we used to love watching the rugby together and have a little bit of a dig at each other. So I imagine he's I'd say he's probably supporting England. But wishing his grandson has a great performance. I'll call the Coast Guard for you, just hold tight. Do you know what I mean, Andrew? Tar for the advice. I killed my wife. Wow. Yeah, maybe we don't need that. YouTube has some weirdos, man. What is that about? Mustn't read everything out. Shouldn't read everything out. Jesus wept. Right, anyway. Penalty for Wales. Lee Halfpenny has got his kicking boots on. We're pretty much straight in front, about 45 metres out. He's given in an absolute beast, and he is missed by the width of a post. That's unfortunate. It's a good effort. Good effort from range. But England will take that. I often prefer, like, lots of coaches go, oh, if you're not sure, go to the corner. Not after what you did to your wife, Sam. No chance. Yeah, lots of coaches go, oh yeah, kick for corner off pens if you're not sure. If you're not sure, you know, just go for the easy option. I'm all about like have a go at it. If you know your range is, let's say you've got a range of 50 meters, so you know at very least you're going to kick it dead. At the very least you're going to kick it dead. It's a 22. You're going to get the ball back. So, yeah. It's not a wasted opportunity because you're getting the ball back. But, anyway, as we say that, England get a penalty. Oh, cheeky. So, ball's out at the back. And who is that? Is that Billy or Mako? It's Billy, I think. No, it's not. It's Mako. Mako's had a sneak around the back and boom. Nicked the ball. So James Botham's dad, Ian Botham's son, was a dual code player. Was he really? Didn't Ian Botham play football professionally as well? Is that right? Played football professionally and cricket for England professionally, obviously. Or was it rugby league he played? Played for England under 21 team. Oh, did he? Look at that. Fountain of knowledge is the big today. Loving that. So, time update. We're on 22 minutes here and 39 seconds. Wales 7, England 5 remains the score. England with the put in for the scrum on the Welsh 10. And a bit of a slow burner this game, isn't it? Not a lot's really happened. It's other than the 2 tries, obviously, but they've both not been heavily worked tries, have they? They've been sort of like a quick flash of brilliance, and then it's all sort of fizzled away. Which I suppose plays into Wales' strategy for this, I imagine. I know if I was organising this Welsh side, I'd be saying, let's frustrate them, let's make it scrappy and make them fight for every inch. Yeah, these cross-national players fascinate me. I hate it, mate. I can't stand cross-nationals. Like, oh, your sister's dog's cat is Australian, so now you can play for Australia. Oh, huge knock-on. And we're probably going to come back. No, just hold on to that advantage for a little bit. Sis vs. Bro, welcome in. Hello, hello. 19 people here. Look at that. We are doing bits today. Who are you supporting? Well, I am quarter Welsh. Like I said, my granddad's Welsh, but I am fully in the Roses camp. I am an England fan through and through. And more beautiful passing out of the tackle. It's an absolute art form, in my opinion, passing out of contact. But as I say, all that hard work is undone as England give away a holding on penalty just inside the Welsh 22 in midfield. So, yeah. Shame there. Not enough support. Not enough support at all. Poor Ben Youngs has got absolutely no chance of getting that out. Right mess. And where's that gone out? Just inside the England 10. So Wales will have a line out there. Man, Wales are making a statement tonight. Yeah, man, big time. And they were always going to. there is a heavy international disdain for English rugby. People love to hate us. I don't know why. I mean, I know why the home nations hate England. There is a heavy rivalry between all of them. But I'm not sure about the rest of the world. But yeah, no, Wales were always going to want to come into this game and obliterate England and embarrass them, especially as they've been so poor of late. I do play rugby. I play for a club called Dunlop. Where's that? Where's Dunlop? Is that in the UK? Is that somewhere else? What position do you play? The obviously Dees TV is part of Dunstablian's rugby club. So this is our club channel. But obviously with no rugby to produce content around, and not being able to go and see players and do our silly game show challenges, we've decided we're going to do a bit of international coverage. Oh, Sam, behave yourself. You've already been in the gulag. Oh, look at that. Up to 41 friends in. Near Rico Arena. I play striker. You play striker. Interesting. Oh, Sam. Sam, have yourself another little timeout, my friend. Right. Sam, come back in when you can behave. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, the England hate stems from our long-seated resentment for our former colonial overlords. Yeah, I suppose a lot of it is to do with the British Empire, which as an Englishman is it's hard work. Like, because everywhere you go, you're like, people like our accent, but they hate us as a country, and it's all because of something some numpty did 500 years ago. Naughty step from Sam. It was indeed. Really, I'm an all-round player, and I'm capting. You're capting, or are you captain? Captain. Anyway, if you're new to the stream, welcome along. I've just noticed that we've got, like, all of a sudden jumped from 10 people here to 43, which is fantastic. And hello, everybody. Welcome. If you haven't already, drop a like. That would be most appreciated. Or a dislike if you're not enjoying things. We'll take the criticism. We'll wear it on the chin. We're thick-skinned kind of guys around here. But also, if you are new and you're enjoying the content, then please do hit that red sub button. And as a thank you, we've teamed up with Amazon Prime and are offering a free month of Amazon Prime Video, so you can get your Christmas shopping done and also watch the rest of the Autumn Nations Cup live on Prime Video. So that free month is in the description as well for you. You've still spelled captain, I meant. Yeah, sis, you've still spelled it wrong. It's CAPTAIN. Right, another penalty for England. 36 metres out. Can Owen Farrell bring his kicking boots to the party? I'm warming up to English rugby more, to be honest. Wouldn't be caught alive or dead in an England or All Black jersey. Indeed. Well, to be fair, I probably would. But having said that, I wouldn't be seen dead in a French jersey. So, yeah, I get the sentiment. But I do love the Maori All Blacks jersey. That's a quality jersey. In fact, there are some great shirts about at the moment. It's bro, cryy face. Here we go then. So, I would say hush descends over the stadium, but there's no one there to hush for it. And the kick finally Third time lucky, swings through. Let's get the scoreboard changed. Let's remember to do that this time. What do we got? We got England are on 8. Wales remain on 7. Magic stuff. So, but to be fair, the big, like, I'm not loving this England shirt at the minute. So, like, don't get it. Yes, Owen Farrell did indeed plonk the pen through, my friend. He did get that. He slotted it. It was just left of centre, I would say, if we're going to be pedantic about it. But it's gone through, and that's all that matters. So, England with a 1 point lead, 31 minutes played, and Wales line out just outside the, well, halfway between the 22 and the 10. Oh, I do love a hooker loop around off a line. Oh, I think we probably need to have a little look at that Elliot Daly one again. So, yeah, it looks like he's trying to wrap. What's happened is basically, at the first instance, it absolutely looked like a shoulder charge. But on the replays, you can see that the one hand does wrap around the back, and the other arm bounces off him. So you can argue that an attempt to wrap has been made there. The Umbro England kit seems pretty bog standard for an England jersey. Yeah, they've just basically taken a shirt off the shelf and whacked the O2 logo and the England rose off it. Tried wrapping. Yeah, I think so. I think he's tried. Willie J, send him off. Send him off. Willie J's got card happy. What for, Willie J? Do you not think he tried to wrap that? Sam does stuff. Sorry. Sam, you've had a timeout now? You've had a couple of timeouts now. You're going to chill out. Mate, you shouldn't pause during a sentence starting, I do like a hooker. Yeah, I know. I figured that when I was paused. I thought, oh, I should... Yeah, that's fine, Sam. It's all gravy, baby. Yeah, I did think that when I paused. I thought, oh, I need to say something quick. But yes, I do like a hooker on a wrap. Love a hooker on a wrap off a line out. I also like on a defensive line out. I like a scrum half that stands in the 5 channel. Like, his job for me has got nothing to do with tackling that first man. So what is his point in being there? Get the hooker to go at scrum half for that. And if we are lucky enough to turn it over in the line out, then let's have them all. Let's get it down and have them all. My dad going to be angry because I support England and my dad... Your dad's Wales? Crikey. Love a bit of family rivalry, though. All about the bants, sis v bro. That's what we're all here for. A bit of bants. I'm sure your dad is a true rugby fan and is just here for bants. Right. No hate. So a bit more kick tennis then, is it? Here we go. That is stayed up in the air for ages, and Johnny May spills it backwards, but Wales gather on the floor, and then a poor pass causes the knock-on. It's the small man syndrome from the scrum half. Oh, see you later, Sam. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. And my mum both. Oh, what? Your mum and dad both sport Wales, or you and your mum support England. Mate, if your mum's supporting England, then your dad ain't going to be bothered about you supporting England. No man's going to go against his woman. But yeah, cool. What are we saying then, folks? What do we reckon here? So, am I right in thinking? And I haven't researched this competition very well at all. Am I right in thinking then? So next week we'll have the winner of Group A versus the winner of Group B for a first place playoff or a final. Then we'll have the runner up of Group A versus the runner up of Group B in a third place playoff, and then third place plays third place in like everyone's playing everyone except for the team that's got Fiji. Yeah, Mum Wales, sadly, 2-year-old sister England. Well, there you go. So, another scrum. Plenty of scrums in this game. Yeah, I believe that's how it works. Yeah, I thought so. So everybody gets like a final, don't they? Except for the team that play Fiji, and they get naff. So Georgia don't get their final game. I suppose that's fair enough. It's like having a cup, a plate, a shield, and a wooden spoon. But overthrown at the line out and picked off by Underhill. England now poaching with the forwards around the Welsh 22, and you feel like this is going to be the place now where we're really going to see what this Welsh defence looks like and whether they've changed their tactics properly. But out the back door for Ford, well picked up, and England continue to make ground. Oh, come on, that's a tackle, sir, surely. There we go. And England knock it on. Poor hands. 2 knock-ons. There we go. So Welsh scrum inside their own 22. But I noticed there, no rush defenders. Nobody's rushing out that line. They're really, as I say that, they show a replay of someone doing it. But on the whole, they're staying connected in their D this week, which is good to see. They quite often get dog legs when they're blitzing. Is it me, or do England look uncharacteristically sloppy? Yeah, they do this week. To be fair, I'll give you that. They're not looking as sharp as they normally do. But this is an England side that seem to pride themselves on doing just enough to beat the other side. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Handbags. Kyle Sinclair. He's probably said something about his the other guy's mum. Let's have a little listen in. And what are they saying? Oh, okay. So he's giving him a little tap on the head and he hasn't liked it. You know what Kyle Sinclair's like? He's all about winding up. He loves that NFL style, doesn't he? Of like really firing it at people. Yeah, getting that psychological edge early on is England's key asset. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think they've got it this week at all. You know, England don't do well when they don't score first. But England win the penalty, and what is that for? Collapsing by the looks of it. Let's have another look at it. There we go. So he's saying too many. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. You know, England have got this strategy where I say we, like I'm part of it. England have got a strategy where they like to put pressure on by kicking to the corner early, forcing their opposition into an exit, and then have some monster set play off of the return line out. Which is why I thought the first try from the Welsh was an omen for things to come. Could well be. Big Will is in the house. What have I missed? Only just got our power back on. You had a power cut, mate? Oh, no. Not a lot, mate. It's a pretty scrappy affair. One try each. Nice charge down for Wales to scupper through. And then a 5v3 overlap for England to dot down their first. Owen Farrell missed his first 2 kicks. This is his 4th attempt. So he's 1 from 3. Not very far out. He's well within his range. This is a bog standard conversion for Owen, and you'd expect him to get this. I was wondering where you were at. I know. 11-7 to England. Is now. It is now. So, just before half-time, England have stretched their lead to 4. So let's get that scoreboardy changed. Magic. Lovely. There we go. So we've got 25 seconds left to play. England gather the kickoff in their own 22. So you would imagine that we're going to stall this. Yeah, let's get it scrappy. Well, maybe we're going to go for another carry. I don't like that too much. And, oh. Not sure what's gone on there, but we've got a... Well, we're going to have a scrum down for something or other. I'm not sure what's gone on there. I think he took too long to use it. I thought that would be a penalty, but it's a scrum for Wales inside the English 22. So we could be facing, we're looking down the barrel here, of a potential try in dead time of the first half, which would take Wales in front. This is not what the English want. And here they come. Here they come in numbers. The backs on their crash line. And the forwards now coming around the corner to provide extra support. Not really going forwards at the minute. They're sort of being met at the gain line. And Joe Launchbury, is that? Oh no, Curry. Apologies. Curry straight over that ball. No messing about. Oh, it was Launchbury with the tackle. My apologies. No messing about that. Beautiful body position. And gets the holding on. Holding on penalty. And England have had enough. And that's half. And you would say, at the end of that half, Wales are going to enjoy their halftime break more than England. They look like they need a little bit of... Alex Ferguson's hairdryer treatment. They need a bit of a kick up the backside. They are not looking fresh. And this is the problem when you're selecting people out of position for the sake of it. So I'm not saying that Maro looks rusty or tired, but what I am saying is that if you don't manage your squad in a competition as condensed as this, then you're gonna look tired, and they do that. They look fatigued at the end of the first half, which is a worry. Such a scrappy game. Hopefully, will be a better second half. Here's to hoping. Who have we got on the bench that's going to make a real difference? So we've got Luke Ellis Genge. Cowan Dickey will be good. Will Stewart. All those three are going to make it on. Johnny Hill. I mean, we've got a good bench. I'm confident that that we're going to be doing bits off the back of this. So yeah, that's all gravy. Okay, so what are your thoughts? What do you think of that? Such a scrappy game. Hopefully, will be a better second half. Sean, couldn't agree more with you, my friend. It has been, as you say, scrappy. It's almost like it's absolutely howling down with rain, because both sides can't really hang on to the ball. I mean, it looks slick out there. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like it was at the Prem final where like players looked like they'd been for a swim in the Channel. Cameron Jones, afternoon. Robson at 72 and 33 seconds. What is, you reckon that's when he's going to come on or score? Bristol is winning 2-23-13. Are they? Yes. I like Bristol. I must admit, when they first came up from the Championship and they said, oh, we're rebranding, we're going to be the Bristol Bears now, you know, and there were lots of jokes going around about the Bristol Barebacks and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. And they did, on first appearances, it all looked like a bit of a joke. But hats off to Bristol. They are doing phenomenally well. They've got a bottomless pit of money to spend. I mean, have you seen their new training facilities? Their new training facilities are outrageous. They're world class. Like, it gives Pennyhill a run for its money. It's crazy. The Welsh commentary is awesome. It's keeping me entertained more than the game. Are they biased though? I don't suppose you can tell, can you? But is it like watching Argentinian commentary on the football? And they're like, goal, 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 goal. I love that. I love watching the Argentinian commentators highlight reels. They're absolute genius. Johnny Hand, Wales will when they even produce a decent game in this Autumn Nations tournament. Where is the Welsh flair in counter-attack? Well, we had a flash of it, didn't we? For the try, it was not a given. There was plenty left to do, and it was well executed. But yeah, they're transitioning, aren't they? I think 2021 is going to be a year of growth for them. They probably won't do particularly well in the Six Nations. Then we'll start to see them come together over the summer, get their confidence by playing some of those Tier 2 nations. I probably should see the fruits of Wayne Pivac's labour, in my opinion. Awesome training facilities at the Bears. Drive past it earlier this week. Oh, did you? You drove past it earlier this week? Yeah, it looks. Obviously I've not been there, but I've seen the photos online and like the virtual tour and that, and it looks phenomenal, like world class phenomenal. England are using these matches for training, a different theme each week. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. Yeah, they're it's a nothing cup though, isn't it? It's just a money spinner for the governing bodies to get some international rugby on. I mean, Lord knows how much money they've lost in sponsorships and revenues over the last 9 months. So they've had to do something, and we're grateful to be seeing some international rugby. Let's not shirk it. But yeah, it's a nothing cup, isn't it? And it's you know, if you don't win it, well, what are you gonna do? You know, it's not a massive accolade. I mean, have you seen the trophy? It looks like they've got it from the local trophy shop. Anyway, we've got some comments here coming in. But welcome in, Ken. I haven't seen you before. It's so nice to meet you. Wales playing so rubbish at the moment. I blame the Welsh Rugby Union croonies for their squabbling. I think, like, the state of Welsh rugby in general, somebody needs to go in there with a sledgehammer, knock it all to pieces and start again. Like, you can't. I mean, I can't remember who was it. That was it. Glamorgan and Scarlets, or was it Ospreys and Scarlets? Were going to merge at one point because they couldn't. They were both struggling financially. I mean, come on, sort it out, Wales. Like, you're one of the most prestigious rugby nations in the world, and you've got clubs falling apart with no support program. It's madness. Can't understand a word of it. Sounds more like a choir animated. Oh dear. I know everyone will hate me for saying it. Oh, here we go. What we got? But look at last week. They just went out to defend. Only defend. No attack. They knew they'd win. They were there for the training purpose. Oh, you on about England? Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think you might be onto something there. I mean, but let's be fair. We've just literally 2 weeks ago finished. Well, not 2 weeks ago, but last month we finally finished the 2026 Nations. We are, what, 8 weeks off of the next Six Nations. So, you know, you've got a fantastic opportunity in this tournament to try a few things out and see what's working, see what brand of rugby that you want to play for the next 12 months. You know, we all know that it doesn't take much to work a rugby side out at this level, and know what they like to do. So you've got to keep it fresh, and it's good to see that England are looking at what their options are. Bristol Bears, Bristol Bearbacks. I've only been watching the Prem this year, and I'm enjoying it. The Prem this year, I think this is going to be one of the most entertaining seasons that we're going to see. I mean, Exeter are going to run away with the top of the table. Like, that's a given. We all know that's going to happen. But those three teams that are going to slot in 2, 3, and 4, you know, you've got Sale, you've got Bristol Bearbacks, Northampton Saints want to have a go at it. Quins look really good at the start of this year. Newcastle are 2 from 2. They could be fighting for a spot. There's loads of quality that are going to be fighting at the top end of that table. And then equally, at the bottom end of that table, is this going to be the year that Leicester fall apart? That Leicester finally suffer and go down? Because let's be fair, they got very lucky the year before last with Newcastle falling apart. And then last season, again, they got very lucky with Saracens being demoted and relegated forcibly with those point deductions. So, is it going to be Leicester this year? Who knows? Who knows? The value match will only be in France-England final. Oh, God, yeah, 100%. 100%. Next week, France-England. You know, even at the start of the tournament, everybody was talking about a France-England final. When COVID lifts, you can purchase tickets to watch and have a tour. Definitely going to have a trip down for that. Oh, can you? Oh. Well, I suppose they've got to pay for it somehow. But yeah, no, that'd be interesting to go down there and see what Pat Lamb's doing. Pat Lamb may be doing the evening like Boyd did that we went to. They got it out of a Kinder Egg. What? So me and Rob last season attended a coaching course with Boydie from Northampton Saints, director of rugby there. Really, really interesting look at philosophy around coaching, and it was really, really good. But Rob's saying that perhaps Pat Lamb will be doing something very similar, which I would be definitely interested in going to, Rob. I'm definitely down for that. What do you think England need to do to get the win in the second half? Just consistency. Just consistency. We're not consistent enough at the minute. Handling is poor. We just need to slow the game down a little bit, take a little bit more depth onto the ball, hit those running line hard, all those cliche things. But those are, although cliche, those are things that we're not doing very well at the minute. So we need to improve on those for the second half. And I can't see Wales winning this. Has it started? What, the second half? No, we're on adverts at the minute. Amazon Prime doing adverts. Who'd have ever thought that? Eddie has a plan. Eddie is okay. Less sloppy handling, absolutely. The second the pools are announced for the Rugby World Cup 23, if it's possible, I'll be sticking 1,000 on an England-France final. That is a big shout. That is a big, big shout. I reckon you'll get good money on that. I wouldn't fancy it. The French... I don't know. The French, they're so hot and cold. What's the score? The score at half-time is Wales 7, England 11. And I've got some catching up to do here. I'm falling behind. England will get the win in the second half almost no matter what they do. It looks like they're just concentrating on kicking for this game. Yeah. But, you know, Eddie said it at the end of the Georgia game. The team, in his opinion, the team that kicks more wins more. So, you know, I think that's going to be... It's been the strategy for England for a long time to kick a lot, and it looks like it's going to continue to be the formula that Eddie goes to. The loss of the Fiji game, it allowed France to drop all their big players this evening against Italy. That gives them the opportunity to field their top players for the final. Oh, the trophy's out of a Kinder Egg. Mate, it looks like they've just popped down the local trophy shop and gone, oh, yeah, it'll do. It's nothing special, is it? Second team, the changing room beer stock is being reduced week by week, and it's not George, because we all know he's a lightweight. Johnny is... a legend of Dunstablians Rugby Club, and he very kindly supplies the lads with a case of beer after a game for the changing room, and his son George is in the team, and we all know what wingers are like with drink, and George is the stereotypical winger for drinking. He can't hold his liquor. 2023 Rugby World Cup will probably be the most competitive one to date. I think so. I think, you know, look at the gap is closing between first and second tier rugby. Like, yes, Georgia are a long way off, but you look at Japan, you look at Argentina, they're getting there. They're getting there, and they're going to turn some teams over, and there's going to be some shocks, and it's World Cup 2023 is going to be an exciting one. Big Will, you're taking a commentary spot, bro. The lads are back on the field and about to kick off. They are indeed. Here comes Wales to kick. Just waiting for Romain Poit to be ready. And it looks like I've got through the chat just in time. Oh, here we go. Making sure everyone's on side. Lovely jubbly. And we're off and underway. Long kick deep into the 22, into the hands of Billy Vanapola, and he brings it up to the just shy of the 22 line, and off we go with the kick in. Right, the French Federation only allowed the French to use the best players for 3 games in this tournament. It's the clubs that pay their wages. Yeah, well, I mean, the same as any international player. They're paid by their club. I think they're overly lucky in the England side to get 25 bags or £25,000 a game for England. I think that's a bit of a disgrace, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. You should be in that shirt because you want to be in that shirt, and there's no higher honour to be in that shirt rather than going, I've just picked up 100 grand for playing every game of the Nations Cup. That's a joke. Johnny, you got it. You got it. Drink it before it goes out of date. Yeah, we don't know when we're coming back, mate. Might be my Aussie optimism. I think the Aussies will rebound in time to contend for the finals. I can't see why not. I mean, they're still a solid side. They just concentrate too much on the niggle. They're too interested in the niggle. Like, let the niggle go, and all will be gravy, won't it? Somewhere over the olive tree, Valencia, welcome in. Save it for the football, mate. Okay. Don't know what you mean by that, but cool. Good to know. Okay, so 54 of you in, and I did see that we jumped up to 61, so that's amazing. That's nuts that we've got so many people in. But great to have you all here. I'd love it if you could drop me a little like. Just help me get seen a little bit more. That would be amazing. Lots of young players in the Aussie squad. Yeah, absolutely. Look, there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time for them to organise themselves. And again... Oh, yeah, the whinge about the money. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, look, I don't know. Do you think they deserve £25,000 to play for their country? I certainly don't. And same as the footballers. I think they're on ridiculous money as well. That's unjustified. But thanks to Sky and Rupert Murdoch's corporations, football has become such a cash cow that the numbers now are unfathomable. Thoughts on Domenici's death? It's really sad, isn't it? I don't know the ins and outs of what he was going through, and I understand it was suicide. And look, men's mental health in this sport is something that we just don't talk about enough, and we've got to look after each other a bit better, and we don't do a great job as lads putting our arm around each other. But yeah, I'm not too. I haven't read up on it too much. I heard about it, but yeah, it's very sad. It's very, very sad. And no, your heart goes out to the family of anybody that has to go through a suicide. Is it half time? No, we're back live, mate. It's 43 minutes in. Wales 7, England 11. Yeah, a noticeable change up in my tone there. I do apologise. It was quite a somber mood for a second. Give us a Patreon link. We'll match it. I haven't got Patreon, my friend. I don't do Patreon. I'm free to view. But if you do want to help us out, sign up to Amazon Prime in the description, and drop us a like and a sub. That would be amazing. Threw himself off the building. He was broken after the Bizier's deal got refused by the financial controller of the federation. Yeah, it's really sad, isn't it? Sad state for him and also his family. Shows that it affects everyone at all levels of life, famous or not. Yeah, 100%, Rob. And as I said, as a sport, we're trying to get better at these things, but we don't do enough in terms of shirking the bravado and recognising mental health. Very emotional in France the last few days. Toulon match earlier against Pau was very sad. I can imagine. I didn't see it, but yeah. Don't think. Are players getting paid for these games? I thought it had been suspended. I don't know. Have they suspended pay for the England boys? I don't know. Last I heard, they get 25 bags a game. So I don't know whether that's changed under the new lockdown. But you're the man in the know, mate. I would have loved to see that money go into. Yeah, absolutely. Can we remove Can we remove Italy from the Six Nations before they overtake Scotland as a winner of the wooden spoon and replace them with Georgia? I like the idea of a playoff, a wooden spoon playoff. So whoever loses, whoever picks up the wooden spoon in the Six Nations, then plays the seventh nation. We got some visitors coming in. So whoever finishes bottom of the table then plays, let's say, Georgia in a one-off playoff for a spot in next year's tournament. Hello. But I'd love to see Georgia mixing it in and around there. Yeah, massive Castro support. No, Italy have to stay. Oh, absolutely. Yes, they are not. They're not the best side in the world, but they're getting there and they're going places and they're going to improve. Georgia and Italy should play each other in this tournament, shouldn't they? I think they should. But I'm guessing as the ball goes too far into the dead ball zone, I'm guessing that the organisers of the Six Nations and the organisers of this tournament don't want Italy to play Georgia because they don't want to spark that conversation around whether Georgia should be in the Six Nations or not. Oh yeah, Ken. So Ken, are you in France? Where about? Montpellier. Lovely. And Le Mans. Beautiful. Good comment. Let's have a Italy-Georgia play-up. Why not? The competition is exciting at the top end of the table. But let's not have dead rubbers. Let's make every match worth something. Otherwise, it's just on Super Saturday, if you've got Scotland-Italy, you go, oh, it's a wooden spoon game. It's really important. It's not. But if it's a wooden spoon game to avoid a playoff, now it's important. Wouldn't that be Seven Nations then? Well, not if it's a playoff, because it'd still only be 6 teams in it. There'd just be one team on the outside of it that's trying to get in. Paid for the Six Nations games, but not these internationals. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, fair enough. Tier 2 versus Tier 2 games are a fun watch. Yeah. Unless, was it in the build-up for the World Cup, Spain versus Romania, and the referee was from Romania or something, and he blatantly cheated. Sorry. Been a bad boy. The problem seems to be that Italy come last every year and that Georgia come first. 12 out of the last 14 seasons in Div 2. The playoff makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's got to be a consequence for Italy not performing against, let's face it, some of the better teams in the world. And there's got to be an incentive for somebody like Georgia to keep pushing and keep being a better national side. But we will see. It's something that's been bandied around for years, and I don't think it'll ever come to fruition. But Billy Beaumont, if you're watching, you heard it here. Let's have that. Let's have something. Let's do something for them anyway, and not naff competitions like this that, let's be fair, is just something to do in COVID. Anyway, back to the Ruggers. 48 minutes into the game, still Wales 7, England 11, and England have a scrum on the Welsh 5. Roman Potts called time off. What's he saying here? Oh, Lee Halfpenny is he's got a cut on his shin by the looks of it, and he's having a little bit of treatment. So on come the plethora of water boys. ring fencing is never healthy. No, I agree. How long's left? We've got 31 minutes, 9 seconds left. But the clock is off currently. Ring fencing is never healthy. No, I agree 100%. I know there's calls to ring fence the Premiership at the minute, and I am absolutely anti that. Otherwise, you get into a position where you've got 5 teams in it, and all the other games are dead rubbers. Financially, it's not going to be good. I understand that financially it's not good for one club who has to go down at the end of the season, but equally, for the sake of the league, I think it would ruin it. How many minutes left before we kick off? We're in the second half, mate. Oh, and here comes Billy wriggling around. He's like inches out, but he has been stopped short. So Carl Sinclair is going to set up that pick and go and lose about half a yard. And we're going to keep with the pick and go. We're giving it some Exeter juice at the minute as Billy comes round again with Sinclair on lock. Where is that? Oh, it's there. So the ball has made its way to the back. And Launchbury. Advantage England. Not even a metre out now. Sinclair pushes Ben Youngs out of the way. He says, absolutely not. This is for me and Mako. And it squirts out. Try time. Ken with the spoilers. Launchbury and Sinclair again taking it. Oh no, sorry, Jamie George. Is it? No, it's not. It's Mako. It's Mako. Spins out the tackle with his Calvin Kleins on. You love to see it. Try England. And nice bit of forwards play there. Do have to say. Anyway. Yeah, great recognition of the blind side from Billy there. Welsh number 8. Is it Falatau? Where were you? Where were you? Sleeping at the back of the scrum. But yeah, advantage comes for offside, and it's next phase. Easy try. Easy try. Big Will's at 51. I'm at 51 too, Big Will. I'm at 51.25 at the moment. As Owen Farrell licks his lips, ready to nudge this through. And we are back to some sort of form for Owen Farrell as that one goes through. Moving the score to Wales 7, England 18. Oh, where's me? What happened to that? Let's resize that a little bit. That'll do. Right, so Wales kick off and we're back underway. Where's the match being played at? It's being played at Parky Scarlets. I think that's how you say it. Yeah. It's Scarlet's home ground. Because the Millennium Stadium is being used as a COVID-19 field hospital. Oh, it's not the Millennium Stadium anymore, is it? It's the Principality Stadium. Apologies. Before the WRU sue me. It's on beIN Sports Channel 2. Oh, is it? What a face mask would that be? I do love a face mask and a beard. I tell you what, though, with the face masks, does anybody else see like every other person with their nose hanging out the top of their face mask? Does my head in. Big Will, try time, baby. What are you saying, Big Will? You on the spoiler alerts? What have we got? And Anthony Watson, that's a great tackle. That is an awesome tackle. So, England line out just outside their own 22. Fake jump. Launchbury goes up for them all. Lovely jubbly. Very well worked. And we are back to box kicking. Knock on from England. The nose hanging out bugs me. Oh, mate. It does my head in. I think of it like this. Like, if I was wearing a pair of trousers, or pants, or whatever you want to call them, I wouldn't walk around with my dingling sticking out the top of them. Like, I'd be covering up. I just don't see the point. Like, what's the point of wearing a mask if you've got your nose sticking out the top of it? Like, you might have a big beak, but get it covered up. I want to see that. Or if they have it pulled down in public areas so they can have a smoke. Not just have a smoke. It's the ones that want to have a chat as well. So they take it off to have a chat with you. And you're like, whoa, get away. First of all, 2 meters, please. Second of all, what are you playing at? Get your mask on. Right. Where are we at with the rugby? Penalty Wales. Offside. Outside the 22. This has got to be points, surely. This has got to be points. Elliot Daly having a little limp around. He's not a happy bunny. Alan Wynne-Jones with the ball under his arm. I don't think he's going to kick it. No, here comes Dan Bigger. So the tee is on. Roman Pop points to the posts. And we are going to have a kickaroo. What are we saying then? What happened there? Oh, so Elliot Daly's gone up. And it's bounced off his face, basically, by the looks of it. But we are right in front, 22 metres out. Marrow knows it. He's facing the posts. He's got... Daly got shat on in the last clean-out. It's not a rarity for Daly to take a bit of punishment in that backfield. But he does not look in too good a shape. Looks like an ankle injury, or they're certainly strapping his ankle. Easy 3 for the men in red. Indeed, an easy 3 for the men in red. Well reminded. Let's get 3 more on the scoreboard. There we go. 10-18. I can't remember what I predicted for this one. I think I predicted an 18-point win for England, you know, on my match point predictor. The amount of people that just keep breaking rules. Oh, it's nuts, isn't it? It's the Americans as well that say, I say Americans, but there are people all over the world that are saying this. Just the Americans say it the loudest. That are saying, it's fake news. There's no virus. You're like, what? You mad? The finishers will come in soon. Yeah, they will be. Yeah, 55 minutes. He likes to bring them on any time sort of now, doesn't he? Start them rolling. Although can't see anybody warming up yet, but I'm sure we'll see that in time. No spoilers. That's for England's second try. Ah, I'm with you, Big Will. Well done. My bad. Oh, sorry, didn't realise there was a delay. Yeah, there is a slight delay between me and you. It's normally about 6 or 7 seconds. It's just the time it takes me to upload the video and you to download the video. But that's it. That's why there's a slight delay on a YouTube video that's live. And it's the same for anybody, not just me. Elliot Daly's moustache gives me World War One fighter pilot vibes. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. It is a decent caterpillar. And he's got that RAF toff look down. We dive at 5. Alex Smith. Hello, Alex. I don't think I've seen you yet, but welcome along. I don't think I've welcomed you anyway. But yeah. I'm in year 11, and I've had to go home to isolate like 5 times now. Oh, sorry, Alex. Yes, I did respond to something you said earlier, didn't I? My bad. Yeah, it's not great. Big Will, I'm at 56.59. I'm at 57.07. So there's not a lot of difference between us, my friend. Probably just a few seconds. Gotta be old school to get that joke. Gotta be old school. So, Wales, they just look like they've tried to turn the tempo up a little bit now. Marrow gives away another offside penalty right in front of the sticks, 20 metres out. No good. No good. This is not what we want. This is not the time to get sloppy, England. As Eddie Jones stands up, looking rather annoyed. 57.35. I'm at 57.50 now. Anyways, I'm going to go and leave a sub. Alex, you legend. You legend. I mean, thanks for popping in. Fantastic to see you. But even better news that you are dropping a sub. I'm all about that life. Ken, you're ahead of me. You're on 58.18. I'm on 58.09 now. Isn't this good? We're getting time updates on a regular basis. Anyway, kick. Virtually exactly the same line as before, but 5 metres closer, and without a shadow of a doubt, Bigger sails it through without a problem at all. Score now, Wales 13, England 18. And yeah, we're back underway. Marvelouso. So Wales now deep, well, I say deep in their own territory. They're just inside their own 22, looking for the exit, and they find touch just inside their own half. Rhys Webb, great player, fun to watch at Toulon. Yeah, Rhys Webb has been a great player for quite a while now, and good to see him back fit. I seem to recall he was injured recently. But yes, I like Rhys Webb. Decent player. Decent 9. Very flash scrum half, Rhys Webb. I like Williams at the moment for Wales. I think he's a very very steady 9. Steadies the ship a lot. Whereas Rhys Webb is a lot more expansive. He likes to snipe a bit, doesn't he? He's a bit of a Danny Care of the modern era, with a better lid. So, some more kick tennis as England look to hold on to this now slender lead. I'd like to see Robson used a lot more. Yeah, and the mark called inside Wales 22. Yeah, I like Robson. A lot of time for Robson. And here come the first of the finishers for England. 6 white. Tom Curry coming off. 4. Who's that? Is that Ben Earl? Jack Willis, sorry. Jack Willis. And Johnny May as well is... Oh, no, he hasn't. He's just taken a new position. Curry off and Willis on. Yeah. Richard Hill, Borough Road legend. Why is Halfpenny wearing a scrum hat? He's always wore a scrum hat. Quite a lot of 15s do. So there's some evidence to show that scrum hats reduce concussion by up to 5%. I say some evidence because there's not a lot of evidence. There's not a lot of studies been done on scrum hats. But there is some evidence to suggest that it is a safety aspect. And I wouldn't be too surprised in the next 5 years that we don't see scrum hats become mandatory for all players. Yeah, you're right, Ken. He has always worn a scrum hat. But Johnny May, the chicken man, the briefcase wanderer, is off again and runs himself into a little bit of trouble. But easily cleaned out for England as they look to recycle the ball quickly now, and both teams seem to be trying to up that tempo. Notice more backs wearing scrum caps. A full-on head clash, it gives no protection, sadly. Like I say, there's only been a small amount of research that says it can reduce concussion up to 5%. 5%. What is 5%? Like, of all concussion? So no, I agree. It's not going to save you from a baseball bat, but certainly if you are taking a glancing blow, it might protect you against that. But then I've also seen research on the contrary to that. That says that actually scrum hats give you a false sense of security, and therefore you're more likely to put your head in a dangerous position, and therefore get more concussions. So there's evidence for both sides of scrum hats, and I think in time they'll either become mandatory or not. But I think they probably, if the evidence is showing a 5% reduction in concussion, then they'll probably go with it as a mandatory item. Was curious because I thought it was there to prevent cauliflower ear for the Type 5. No, that's what tape's for, isn't it? Did you ever see the stats on American football players? The average number of impacts on the head during their careers from college? No. Didn't they make a film of that with Will Smith? That was a huge research project. And and they still tape or scrum cap keep your ears warm. Not sure that's the purpose, Gav. But yeah, wasn't there a huge film on that concussion thing with Will Smith? Some doctor and they wouldn't listen to him. And England charging down the wing with Anthony Watson with 5 metres out. Wales scrambling their defence. That's offside, surely. Trying to get the strip in on Owen Farrell. Sorry, no, it wasn't Owen Farrell. Don't know who they were trying to get the strip on, but it was unsuccessful. And the advantage was coming for England as Wales try and spoil the ruck, but England work it back. And a no-look inside pop means we come back for the penalty. Between 60 and 70,000. What? Head collisions? Jesus. Yes, Will did a big film. He's done lots of big films, hasn't he? But specifically on concussion, yeah. Billions of dollars in liability claims. I'm not surprised. But looking at the NFL now, they are so into how technology can better stress test equipment and get the most safety out of it. I've been watching a bit of NFL the last couple of seasons. I picked up the Amazon Prime, link in the description if you haven't already. Got Amazon Prime, have a free month on us. All or Nothing. They did a great one on the All Blacks. But it all started in the NFL, and that show did. And it's a great watch. If you haven't watched it, real insightful stuff. And as a result, I've been watching the NFL for the last couple of seasons. Arizona Cardinals are my team. You can see that there's lots of law changes or rule changes coming in for the NFL to protect players against these nasty injuries. I also saw that football are doing a bit now for concussion as well. They're saying they're trying to outlaw heading of the football in under 11s or something, on the back of old players suffering with Alzheimer's. Anyway, the penalty to England means that Owen wants to have another go at it, stretch that lead a little bit, while Eddie preps his finishers, and they absolutely dwarf him. So exactly 40 metres out, dead straight in front, bang on the line. And Owen made 3 kicks from 5 today. I'm in my 50s, mate. Cowboys all the way. I don't mind the Cowboys. They're a nice team. They play a nice brand of American football. I also enjoy the Patriots. I think they're a great side, and I quite like the LA Rams, if that's what they're still called. Can't remember. But anyway, the kick is made and the flags go up quite close to the left-hand post, but enough to squeeze through, and that extends England's lead. 21 for England, Wales 13. Let's change my scoreboard. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I always thought it was to stop cauliflowers too with scrum mats. I think initially, yeah, it was about that, but there was also the safety aspect that they wanted to put into it. A friend of mine teaches Brady and Giselle's kids. Oh wow, nice. So here come the finishers, and Launchbury off, Jamie George off, Luke Cowan-Dickey on. Is that Ellis Genge? Oh, Mako's off as well, so Ellis Genge is on. And who was the other one? I didn't see the other one. Let's see. Tell us in a second. Yeah, it's Genge on for Mako. And Hill is on for Launchbury. Can we put Launchbury on a sunbed once a week, please? He's a bit pasty, isn't he? He's a bit Casper. He tends to match his shirt, doesn't he? Mark successfully called them for Ben Youngs in the 5 channel, which is a less than ideal place to have to kick it from, but there we go. What's the score? Wales 13, England 21. 67 minutes played. So the pool as it stands, England played 3-1-3 plus 59 points difference, 13 points. Ireland played 2-1-1 plus 12 points difference with a total of 4 points. And I've lost the graphic. He always looks so ill. Yeah, he doesn't look great, does he? Yeah, thank you, Sean. 13-21 is indeed the score. 68 minutes on the clock. Wales are organising their line out just inside the England half. Can't decide where we're going to take it from, though, as the hooker steps left and right and tries to move the England line. Scrappy line out, but Wales do retain possession as they opt to kick, and Watson takes cleanly. I say Watson, it's not Watson, it's Watkin. No, it is Watson. Oh, Watkins Welsh. Looks like Georgia versus Italy can't happen because Fiji will come last in the other pool, bugger. Yeah, I know. It looks like today, or is it tomorrow, will be Georgia's last game in the competition, which is a shame. I would have liked to have seen maybe another side put on standby for this in the event of a COVID outbreak. Maybe like I don't know, like a Samoa or something. But there we go. The beauty of hindsight. Because it's spoiled the competition a little bit, really, hasn't it? You know, you've got one team getting 5 points and 24 tries every week. Although it's the same for everybody, so. But it is a shame. It would have been nice to have had 2 clean groups, and then on finals day, everybody gets a final. Launchbury is a tad on the pasty side. Spray tan, maybe. We can offer, can't we? We'll start a Patreon and see, or a GoFund. GoFund a Joe Launchbury spray tan tent. So, Alan Wynne-Jones slaps the ball out of the line out, straight back into touch. So a 2-metre game for England and a turnover of line-outs. 70 minutes on the clock, score 13-21. England have put 2 tries in, Wales just the 1. And much like the first half, really, a very, very scrappy game where England have just done enough to stay in front. As Marrow goes up and wins the ball cleanly. What a line-out specialist this man is. Why don't you have a donations account? So I don't really do this for money, if I'm honest. We're just a small rugby club in Bedfordshire, and we've not really done anything before that's attracted this kind of viewership, as you can see from our subscribers. And Genji is enthralled. What is going on here? Underhill, huge carry, bursting through the tackle zone. Then we have a little chippy kick. And, oh, there's no messing about here. My man, 100%. Killer tackle. And supporting defenders all over that. And it looks like... Who's that? Johnny Hill, is that? No, it's not. It's Jack Willis, isn't it? Jack Willis winning the penalty, and Genji's well excited. Massive turnover indeed. Penalty 28 metres out. Pretty central. Just on the right-hand side of the posts, you would say. For Owen Farrell to have another crack at. 4 from 6 is his success rate today. So let's see if he can make it a nice round 5. But going back to why we don't have a donations account, we just don't at the minute. I mean, it's something we can look at in the future and raise a little bit of extra money for the club. That would be lovely. Which club? Dunstablians in Bedfordshire. We play in Midlands 3, South, East? Southeast? I don't know. I think so. But yeah. King Niaz, second channel. Welcome. Hello. Sean Harris indeed. The mighty Dunstablians. Played at Twickenham. The club won the Club Shield, was it? I can't remember what the actual competition's called, but we won a final at Twickenham in 2003. It's pretty exciting stuff. Steeped with history. So the score, 24 to England, 13 to Wales. And you would say, with 7.5 minutes left on the clock, Wales have pretty much wrote themselves out of the game. And England have done what England do and just kept that scoreboard ticking over and done just enough. Joe Marler is rocking a serious mullet. Is he there? I thought he was injured. All those leagues are confusing as hell. Oh, I know, but they're a necessary evil. That wasn't Marler. I was going to say, that's... who's that? Are you on about Cowan Dickey? Are you on about Cowan Dickey's mullet? Even though England have been sloppy, they can still put points on the board. In Test rugby, you're not playing like you rarely are playing for bonus points and things like that. So what England do so well is just keep that scoreboard moving, and they've got the ability and are fortunate enough to have world class kickers that can put us in a position where anywhere in their half, a penalty's up for grabs for points. All English front rowers with beards look the same. It's a standard look. It's a standard look. But my bad. Who is it though? I think Karen Dickey's rocking the old mullet. I know Mako was, but Mako looks like he's fallen out of like some 80s rom-com, doesn't he? With that hairdo. Does not help with the Welsh, because when Bigger passes like a winger. Handbags! Handbags! We love it. You love to see it. And there is Genji with his poop tash. Someone pissed the baby rhino off. Oh, yeah, well, he's, who's that? Reese Carre, I don't know how to pronounce it. He's had a little bit of a shove there, hasn't he? I'm getting lockdown hairstyling tips, mate. You don't need any lockdown. All you need is a tub of Vaseline to rub into it, mate. Get some baby oil on there. Get that gleam up. Get that shine on it. Some turtle wax. Alwyn knows how to wind up the youngsters. Yeah, he does. He does. He's a very experienced player, isn't he? Very a legend of the game. What do you reckon, Nigel Owens? 100 refereeing tests today. Another penalty for England, by the way. 75 minutes now. Didn't see how far out this one was, but Owen just going through his routine. He looks odd when he does his routine, I'm not going to lie. There we go. And he's pulled it. It's been a poor performance from Owen Farrell in terms of his kicking game today. Off comes Ben Youngs. 4 minutes for Dan Robson. What's he going to do in that time? Boy looks juice though. Like he's spent lockdown in a gym. But England gather the restart, but it's from a knock-on, so we'll come back. He's now a beef farmer. Nigel Owens got 2 gold whistles for today's match. Yeah, I saw that. I think that's a really nice touch. I also saw that the World Rugby released a video of prominent people around the game, around the world, paying tribute to him. And you know what? As much as we say Nigel hates the English and we hate him refereeing England games, he is an absolute stalwart of the game. Nigel is now a beef farmer. Oh, is he? Oh, I thought you were talking about Dan Robson, because he looks absolutely stacked. Agree with player of the match. Who got it? I didn't see that. Was it Underhill? His best clips are on YouTube. That's hilarious. Ah, mate, I love the one of the line out, and the player whinges that he's called the line out not straight, and he goes, "Oh, I'm straighter than that line out was." Love that. Who's player of the match then? I've missed that. How have I missed that? 13:24 with 2.5 minutes on the clock. I agree with player of the match. Who is it? Oh, Underhill. Yeah, he had a good game. He deserves that. I won't disagree with that one. Eddie Jones' eyebrows making him look perpetually mad. Do you not think Eddie Jones looks a little bit like the Hood from Thunderbirds? Like the villain in Thunderbirds. Like, if you put him in some shiny garb, over mountains. What have we got here? So we got another penalty for England, just inside, just outside the 10, and we've gone for the corner. Why has he gone for the corner? Dan has been heavily in the gym. I ski with his uncle. Bit of inside info. Oh, really? Well, you can tell, because, like I say, that boy looks stacked. He looks huge for a 9. Lol. Eddie is always frowning. Yeah. Eddie, are you okay? That's what we like to say. So, line out to England. 7 metres out. Go for the driving maul, which instantly gets shoved back. So we fling it out the back and knock it on. Hands are so poo in this game. The way he talks reminds me of Trump, though. The way he draws. Oh, no. Are you on about me or Eddie? I hope you're on about Eddie. $80 minutes is up. Yeah, I've got 15 seconds left on the clock as Daly gets rid of it to Johnny May, who goes, let's take the chicken on and run. 3, 2, 1. Dan Robson, not aware that the clock is off. Oh, he is. And flings it back to Henry Slade, who dutifully batters it into the stands. Eddie Jones, mate. Rob, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon, Rob. It's been a pleasure as always. See you, Rob. Thanks for the company, lads. I've subbed, so hopefully next time. Ken, love to see you next time, mate. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thanks ever so much for popping in. Another good stream. Choo-choo. Love that. Thanks. Big, really scrappy second half, but that's still a win for the English. Look, we have this way of just getting through games. We have looked sloppy. The only time we looked any good in the last couple of years is really like the big games, like New Zealand and stuff like that. So England just have this knack of just winning games. Hello. Yeah? You need a charger and a plug? Yeah. Oh, for your tablet? Yeah. There you go, darling. Thanks. Merry Christmas. It's not Christmas. It's my daughter. Apologies. So, yes. Sucks for the Welsh. Absolutely. Ken, get a donation account, man. Thanks for the live stream. Yeah, we'll look into it, Ken. I don't know if... I mean... I don't know if I'm doing it for the money, but yeah. Thanks for the live stream. You're very, very welcome. Welsh Press are gonna hammer PVAC. Give him time, man. Give him 12 months to transition his ideas. He might not have done this in the best way, but he's doing what he can. Dickie, say hi to George as he missed the game due to being on Xbox. Oh, George. Hello, George. Welcome to the end of the stream. Shameful that you missed an England game to play your Xbox. Shameful. Don't even want to see the comments on the WRU's Facebook page. No, but I would love somebody to do a dramatic reading of those comments. I think that would be brilliant. Big Will, I wouldn't want to play England as an All Black supporter at the moment. Like I say, they're just getting through games. Like it's not pretty. Like, we're not watching pretty rugby here, but we are watching efficient rugby. Poor performance, George. Exactly. PVAC will need a scrum cap after this game. He's going to be torn a new one. Yeah, I think so. But you know, like I say, give him time. Wales were second best in this game all the way through it, but they certainly didn't look as bad as they did against the Irish. by comparison to England's performance. So if you were to compare Wales's performance against Ireland, Ireland dominated that game. This one, both teams looked scrappy, both teams looked unsettled, and other than the scoreboard, it was pretty 50-50 in terms of a bit performance rate, I would say. Anyway, that brings us to the end of our stream this week. If you haven't already done so, please, please, please hit that sub button. I would love to see us get to 250 subs. That would be amazing, amazing. And as well, join us next week for the finals. And we will see what's what. I'm going to try something slightly different next week, I think. Because we're out of lockdown, I might be able to have some more people in the stream live with me in an outdoor location. So, we will brave the weather for your viewing pleasure. Take care, mate. Okay, people, thanks for the banter, and I'll see everyone in the next live stream. Peace out from down south. Peace out from down south. Cheers, Dickie. You're welcome, Gav. Right, guys, it has been totes a mosh. Thank you ever so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. From Dees TV, good night. God bless.